Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's Diego, your international video producer, here in beautiful Colombia, South America. Now, you're watching this video, I assume, because you got married in the United States and your fiance made it through the embassy interview in her country of origin. She made it through the interview at the airport when she checked in with immigration, showing her K1 visa embossed beautifully in her passport. And this is where you get your Form I-94, which is an arrival record into the United States. Now, you're in America, you've got married within the 90 days, and now you say to yourself, what do I do now? What do I do now? Is there any more paperwork? Yes, indeed. There's more paperwork for you and your fiancé. You have to adjust her status from K1 fiancé to spouse. Now, you have to fill out Form I-458. And the best way to do this is to go to USCIS.gov, the official website for processing these documents. But this video is to give you a basic overview on the process. It's not difficult. You don't need an attorney. Congratulations, by the way, on your marriage. Give my very best regards and my respects to your new husband or wife. Well, congratulations. Welcome to the United States. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Now, you got to fill out Form I-485, Adjustment of Status. And you also have to attach 2 visa photographs with this form. So, more visa photographs. Go to a store in town where you live, UPS, wherever. They do visa photographs. Now, fill out the form in its entirety. Do not miss a spot. Do not miss a block. If you don't know the answer, put unknown. Print the directions from the USCIS.gov website on how to fill out this Form I-485. It's the adjustment of status. You are basically applying for a green card to live and work in the United States. Now, this process could take a while. You have to wait for an appointment, for an interview, or a biometrics. So, when you fill out this form, also include Form I-131, which is an application for travel or advanced parole. Now, if you want to travel, okay, outside of the United States, if your fiance wants to travel outside of the United States while waiting for this I-485 to process, you got to file this application for travel document, Form I-131, in an advanced parole. Now, here's my recommendation. When your fiancé and you are married and you are in the United States, do not leave the United States. You are here, she is here, he is here. Stay in the United States. Do not pay any more money for an application for travel. Don't process this form. You got married, you're in America, you're going to live here. Now in the future, I'm sure your fiancé is going to want to go back to her home country or his home country to see family and friends, but not right now. When you are processing a Form I-485, don't leave the country. Even though there's a form that says you can, don't do it. Your fiancé could leave the country, or your new wife or husband could leave the country during this 485 process, I-485, and then the parole document, the immigration officer, she comes to return back the parole. The immigration officer looks at the parole document and says, no, I'm sorry, I don't think I'm going to let you back in. Don't take that chance, ladies and gentlemen. When you are married, stay here. Now, your fiancé may want to work while he or she is waiting for the green card process to go through and get adjudicated. Now, the Form I-765 is an application for employment authorization work permit. So your fiancé can apply for a work permit while waiting for the green card. Okay? But only apply for this document if your fiancé wants to work while waiting for the green card. If she wants to stay home and take care of the house or whatever, don't apply for this work permit. Just wait for your green card. Now, fill out a G325A biometric information sheet. You're going to need that. Fill it out. You sign it. She signs it. When you submit your adjustment of status for your green card, your fiance is going to have a medical exam as approved by immigration. So USCIS will tell you this doctor in this town is good. We accept medical exams from this doctor. And you're going to fill out Form I-693. Go into the USCIS.gov website and print and fill out Form I-693. Find the doctor that's approved by immigration and get your fiance a medical exam. And he will also, or she will also, check the vaccination status of your fiance. Are all her vaccinations up to date? This will be included in the adjustment of status in a sealed envelope, which is sealed by the doctor that does the medical exam. Do not open the envelope and take a peek inside. It will totally destroy the immigration process. The doctor will give you an envelope that is sealed to include in your adjustment of status document paperwork. In the adjustment of status paperwork, you will need to include, and the form will ask you for the I-94 immigrant arrival departure, in your case, arrival departure record. This is a number that verifies your fiance's lawful admission into the United States. And this maintains his or her status as a legal immigrant while you're waiting for the green card to process. Okay? This form I-94 must be printed. Go to the website. There's a website you can go to print this form with you punch in your fiance's last name and first name and any children, last name, first name. It will call up this I-94 number, and I will put the website address up here for you. Print it and include a copy of her passport and any children's passports. The pages from the passport must be included, which shows the copy of the K1 visa and the K2 visa for children. Include that with the I-94 arrival departure record. Okay. Fill out I-864 Affidavit of Support. Okay. Now, at the current time, in May 2022, the USCIS is not looking at your income to support your fiance. She's here, you're married, you're going to get your green card as long as there's no criminal record on your fiance's background. But fill out Form I-864. Now, also fill out Form G1145. G1145 is your email address and your cell phone number. It's an e-notification of application petition acceptance. So when you mail in your adjustment of status, your I-485, with your I-131 if you want to travel, which I don't recommend, with your I-765, which is your application for employment or your work permit, with your G325A, which is your biographic information sheet, with your I-693, which is your medical information sheet, and your Form I-94, which is your legal, your arrival departure record, okay? You want to know, did immigration get all this information? Fill out G1145, put it at the top of your application, adjustment paperwork, and when immigration receives it, they will send you a text message and tell you they've received it, okay? Now, that is the basics. So your fiance landed in the United States, you made it through the immigration checkpoint there, you got married within 90 days, you get a copy of your marriage certificate, religious ceremony at the city clerk's office. Wherever you get married, allow enough time for the processing of this certificate. I think some states, like in Florida, I believe you have to wait a couple of days before you can get married, get your marriage license, then you can get married. You have to wait a couple of days. Then you've got married, you got your marriage license all pretty and notarized. Then you have filed the adjustment of status, and you gather all these documents and prepare them, and you submit the application to USCIS, and then any children, K2 visas also are included. But when you adjust the status of your fiancé, You also have to adjust the status of any of her children or his children separately. There is a separate bill, and I'll put the cost up here. There is a separate bill for your fiance, and there is another bill for your fiance's children, your now stepchildren. You have to process both adjustment of status documents separately, but you can include them in the same envelope, okay? But make sure there is a check for this visa and there's a check for this visa or green card, correction. Okay, very important. Your fiance's children will not be, your wife's children will not be included on the adjustment of status paperwork. You have to do separate adjustment of statuses. One for her or him and one for children. And there's a separate bill. One for her or him, one for the children. This is how much it costs. Plus a bill for biometrics. Now, once immigration has received all of this information from you, they will set up a biometrics appointment. You will receive a form I-797C, which tells you which adjustment of status office to report to for the fingerprints, the photos, and the biometrics, and bring the required documents with you to include the appointment letter the immigration sent you, and follow the instructions on the appointment letter that's mailed to your house. So don't move to a different apartment or home while you're in this process. And if you do move, make sure you tell immigration where you're at. If you don't, they could cancel her visa and deport her or him. Okay? You've applied for an employment authorization document or so your fiance can work while waiting for the green card. Then you receive a letter in the mail saying you have an interview appointment. It's called, you're going to receive a notice for AOS, Adjustment of Status Interview, I-797C, NOA. Okay? Now, if your visa in the beginning and your adjustment of status and everything is solid and is strong and you put together a top-notch package, there's a possibility you won't have to have an interview with an immigration officer after you get married. Okay? But prepare for one. Prepare for one. If you get a letter saying you need to have an interview, attend the interview, both of you, okay? And bring all the evidence you can bring with you to show you are married, your marriage certificate, photos together, photos of your wedding, your engagement party in the past, everything you got, your passport, your letter of your adjustment of status letters, everything, okay? Once all that's completed, okay, and there's proof of a bona fide marriage to your fiance, you both attend this interview, and then you wait for your green card. Your fiance will then be receiving a green card in the mail, which is good for 2 years. With this green card, with a parole document for travel, your fiance can work and travel in the United States. I do not recommend your fiance leave the United States during this 2-year probationary period. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stay in the United States. Get your 10-year green card, which you have to apply for 3 months before the 2-year probationary green card expires. And I'll make a video about that. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the adjustment of status. This is the basic process. I am not an immigration attorney, and you do not need an immigration attorney to fill out this paperwork. If you are able to read and write and follow directions and go to the USCIS.gov website and follow the directions, you don't need an attorney. An attorney will do exactly the same thing you are doing, except fill out the paperwork. You will sign it, and the attorney will be your representative, and they will probably attend the interview with you at the immigration interview. But that, in my opinion, if you are in a bona fide relationship with your fiance and you're married and you're happily married and you are together with the love of your life, why would you need an attorney to sit right next to you during the immigration interview unless you're trying to protect yourself or hide something? You don't need an attorney, okay? Now, immigration attorneys do a great job. They do a fantastic job helping people that have problems filling out paperwork or find it a very stressful process. It's not stressful. If you are in a real relationship and you know how to fill out paperwork, you know how to follow directions, and you do as immigration tells you to do. Your fiance will get her green card. It's good for 2 years, and continue with your happy life. Congratulations on your marriage. You're at this video because you just got married and you don't know what to do now. And congratulations, and I will see you in Colombia. You're still here? You're still here? Well, I'm glad you are still here, because this is additional information to what I just put out. When you file your adjustment of status paperwork to immigration, USCIS, include in there your new wife is now on your bank statement. She's now a member of your bank. She's on the lease or deed to your apartment or to your house. Things like that strengthen your bona fide relationship with your new wife or husband. Immigration are looking for things like, how much of your life have you joined together? How much of you and your fiance have joined together for eternity? This is an eternal marriage, forever. She's on your bank. She's on your deed to your house. She's on your apartment lease or rent agreement. Put her name on your car. If you have a car, put her on the title to your car. Get a copy of the title of your car and include it in the adjustment of status paperwork. Don't forget to put in the marriage certificate. Photos of the you have this big photo, this big wedding or small wedding. That's not important. Put photos of the wedding in the adjustment of status paperwork. Include all this stuff, okay? Your beautiful wife or husband is yours for eternity. And immigration needs to see that. So whatever you've got to strengthen your relationship, put it in the package. Congratulations on your marriage, and see you in Colombia.